No. Boy, if I would've did this whole video with no audio, it would have been crazy. Alright, so today I just wanted to do a nice simple video to just come on and explain to y'all. No, we gotta get straight to the point. I don't know if it's just me, but this creative field feels very lonely and lack of community. One of the things that I've always had in mind when I was on this creative journey is that I always need to attach someone that's better than me or someone that's probably not better than me but had the same ambition as me. And along my journey of doing that, I found some good people. I'm not gonna lie. I learned a lot of different things. I actually learned faster than the typical person on the business standpoint of the creativity. I don't really care for making the best video in the world and, you know, being known for the top creator as far as quality and camera skills. I know the skills, I understand the skills, I understand them very well. I know everything about the settings, I know what to do and I know what it can't do. But one of the most important things to me is making money. You know, it's all about making a profit at the end of the day. Because when you go home after making this glamorous video, you need something in your pocket. You know, you can chase a passion, you can do this for a hobby, don't get me wrong. But for the individuals that's doing this for a business to make money, let's think about the money. Now, I'm not saying do terrible work where, you know, no one ever likes your work, or you don't have quality work where you don't have no one that see your profile and get attracted. You know, do some quality work, do some things that stand out. You know, find a niche if that comes down to something you want to do. Personally, me, I like to dive in different things and, you know, understand different skills because it makes me excited to learn something new every day. You know, because one of the things that excites me when I wake up, I don't know about you all, is learning. And that's the first thing that I want to talk about. You know, a lot of people miss the step of learning from other people. A lot of people have this big ego of, you know, we can get on YouTube University, we can ask our homeboy, our homegirl for questions, we can get on ChatGPT and all that, but it's nothing like having that interaction with a human being that actually know what they're talking about, where you can get in the field and practice these things together and learn from people that's better than you. Because the moment you take away that student in you, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes a lot of people cringe when they reach out to you for different opportunities, for collabs, for different thoughts. It breaks away. It takes away from all those things. And you don't want to be that person. I'm not gonna lie, because every time I reach out to someone trying to collab and I feel a sense of selfishness and closeness, it's like you can't talk to the person. It's hard to get to. I'm always having to double text, triple text. I know a lot of y'all had that problem. It gets frustrating. No one wants to talk to someone like that, and it makes the community hard to build. It's hard to work with each other. And a lot of people are very selective with who they work with. That's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna be honest, the person that's not so appealing, 9 times out of 10, sometimes add more value than the person that is appealing. And this is a quick sneak peek for the individuals. I've been doing this for about 3 to 4 years with discovering who's who and what's what. And what I've learned with some creators in this field, everyone have a big ego, but they have poor character traits. And, you know, they're very good at the skill too. You know, these are people that have great work. But once you meet these people, it kind of is like a letdown because these are not the people you expect them to be. They have personalities that's hard to work with. They have a closed mind where I, me. Everything is around them. And it's almost like they're in survival mode, which is cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with survival mode. Don't get me wrong. You know, like I said, we have to get money. But it's hard to collab, and collabing is I think is the key to make more money. For example, when I first started, I attached myself to several different communities and creators that were in the game for about 10 plus years. And when I found that out, I knew that it was something missing that I didn't know. Because when I went with them, they was moving a certain way, they took their time a certain way, they talked to their clients a certain way, they dressed a certain way. There's a lot of different things that they did. They arrived a certain way, you know, it just, everything was a certain way. And I always try to figure out what that certain way was so I can understand it. So when I do it, I can do it at the highest level possible. And everyone want to be stuck in this. I want to be myself. I want to be authentic. That's perfect. But it's a time and a place to do certain things. You have to match the theme. I mean, you just have to. Don't discredit the field by trying to be super authentic and stuff like that. Follow the rules, you know. For example, when you're doing events, a lot of people, you need to be dressing them in all black. You know, don't be wearing your best dress fit. I've been seeing this a lot lately. Everyone want to wear their best dress fit, and I'm not getting that. But it makes sense, creators have now became some standard of popularity out here in this world, and everyone's starting to do it. Everyone's starting to buy a camera. Everyone is a videographer. Everybody's a photographer. But I think it's kind of deteriorating itself, and I think people are doing it, just simply off the fact of how we present ourselves when we get out in this field. A lot of people are posting content where we almost downplaying other clients because they don't have a certain amount of money. I feel like all that stuff should not be put out like that, because at the end of the day, we all are businesses. I know we want to create a better community where clients respect us a lot more and we got a better standard. It's cool, it's cute, but don't downplay no one, because there's someone out here that will take that. It's another creator that will take that out here. And I think where a lot of creators lack is that we're not leveraging that properly at all. Like, we're getting the lowest, like a client might hit us up and it may be a $200, $2,000, and it may be out of our range, but we still know a creator that would take that. And one of the things that I'm realizing that we're not doing is calling that person. We're saying no and throwing them back in the water, throwing the fish back in the water, and not passing it on to the next man. And I really think that hurts the community, because there's a lot of people out here that's learning, that wants to learn, that wants clients, that want to make money. Just because that you understand that you good, you understand you got ego, your price higher, blah, blah, blah. It's someone out here that would take that price because they need it. They literally need it. There are different standards in this field. There are different levels of skill in this field. Don't push away everyone that come to you, and don't downplay people that don't have the price that you need, because you can leverage that. You can even leverage to the point where you still capitalize and make money from it. But I don't know where the mindset is coming from, where we need to just say no and push things away, just to do it, refer it to someone, do something with it. I appreciate you for reaching out, but hey, I can connect you with someone that can possibly get this service done for you. Don't say, hey, well, I'm seeing like I'm the guy that's too expensive for you. Basically, get off my phone. And that's not what we need in this community. That's another thing that I wish was also different in this community. It's a lot of different things that I wish was different, but it's not about just pointing out all the wrongs. It's about coming up with a solution. And one of the things I think me and my partner Cody has came up with that I think is very powerful is coming up with a community called Course Creator Academy, aka the Creator Collective. And inside of this community, we came up with different solutions. Not only can you learn, of course, a lot of people don't, like I said, a lot of people think they know everything. That's perfectly fine. And there's a lot of people that need to learn. We have that access to you. But one of the biggest solutions that I feel like we solve is the opportunity to spread the money around in the community. No one is doing this. No one actually have a platform for this right now. And I think it's missing. We have real estate agents that host events quarterly, yearly, monthly, and they're talking about how they can move the money around and moving it around in their specific groups. Why are we not doing that in the videography field? I feel like that is super hurting. It's hurting us. It's hurting us very bad. I'm kind of tongue-tied with that, because it's like a level of frustration with just stressing that we're not helping each other out. We rather keep posting content for ourselves to get all these followers, not transferring these people to dollars. We keep getting all these followers to think we're famous. We keep getting all these followers to build this high status for ourselves. And when we go to the mall, someone say, hey, I know you from Instagram, but we're not making money. And that's the whole point. And one of the biggest points of being here, everything is not transactional. Of course, you want to have a community where you actually have a loyal base, but do something with it. That's just that. All right, moving on. We also have a way where people can make money by sharing other opportunities with others and giving people experiences that they haven't had by putting them in rooms that they wish they were in, and building their teams around that forever, or however long you want to do it. And we also have a marketplace where people can sell their gear to each other, trade their gear with each other, however you want to do it. But we have that here. Instead of going to Facebook Marketplace to find someone that's not going to try to lowball you and all that extra stuff, we'll just have that here in the community, as well as the learning, the opportunity, and the marketplace. And we also have assets. I think assets is like one of the hardest things to find personally, because you're going to do a lot of downloading, a lot of searching, a lot of Googling. We have that. We're gonna take all that stress away. You can download it with one click, and it'll download to your computer. You can save it to your hard drive, and you can take it straight into your timeline to start editing. And that's some of the things I think is needed in this community. These are the things that we need in the community, and these are the things that we need to take advantage of, is helping each other out, giving each other opportunity, making things more efficient for each other by giving them access to equipment that they could get for a lower cost than going to a store, Best Buy, or wherever you get your equipment from. And even finding assets that you may even accidentally pay a lot of money for when you can get it for a lot less here in our community. We actually have our wait list here in the description, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's funny because when I first came with this opportunity to Cody, telling him like, hey man, I think we should try to start some kind of education platform, it was strictly education. I didn't think about the opportunities either. I kind of went selfish. It's like, oh, I want to teach people and charge them for it. That's cool. But people want more. And more of this video, give people more, get them the opportunities that can actually change their life. And that's what we did here at Creator Collective. And if you're a creator, I would love to see you in the community so we can collab more and we can pass around more projects to people that want to learn more and want to make more money. And also just give people gear that they never seen in their hand, in the store, or even had the availability to purchase it because of the price. Go ahead and go to the description, check out Course Creator Academy waitlist. We will be launching soon, I promise. And once you check it out, and we'll come out with another video to talk more about it, you won't be let down. You won't. I've been let down a lot in this field because I'm actually let down by the people that are in it and the lack of collaboration that we have. Everyone wants to get all these personal brands to reach out to them to get more collab. Man, it's cool. But let's maximize our community, give each other opportunity, and make more money. I hope to see you in the next video.